god, this is so beautiful. I can't tell you, like, these kids are getting confidence to write a book. Which I'll tell you this, my dad used to say, writing a book is such a big thing. Oh my god. And I'm like, kids are doing this.
क्यों हम अपने बच्चों को इतना प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं कि वो फेलियर को वो गिर ही ना पाए,
हाँ, वो डर
वो एक्सपीरियंस ही ना कर पाए. और पता है सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज, जब वो गिर जाते हैं तो वो उठ नहीं पाते हैं. गिर के हारने से कुछ नहीं होगा, गिर के खड़े होकर डस्टिंग योर नीज एंड ट्राइंग अगेन.
It's kind of an overwhelming and nostalgia emotion that I'm going through right now, because we've almost completed 1 year, the same outfit, the same sofas and a new set. And I should say one of the best guests so far that I have today. So I have Chavi ma'am with us, and she is the founder of Young Authors Launchpad. I can give her so many names. She is a public speaking coach. She helps usually these kids to go on TEDx. She was featured on Forbes, and apart that also I've seen her doing some corporate trainings and preparing you people for the interviews, doing campus to corporate, all of these stuffs as well. So there's a lot on her plate. I don't want to entitle her again into something, because I am pretty sure that she's up to something really crazy and really big. So I'll hand over the mic to her, and I would like to start it with you. Where all of this is coming from and where this journey actually started.
So first of all, hi Charu. I'll start with many congratulations for this, completion of 1 year. And I've seen your journey. It's been so beautiful, the kind of platform you're providing to people like us and honoring us for this podcast. It is so amazing to see you growing, to see the skill set blooming. So first of all, thank you so much for having me here and giving me such a beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. So, well, everybody, I'm Chavi Mehta. I'm a public speaking coach, an author, and an author coach. I have my YouTube channel by the name Choti Kalam Bade Sapne. What I do is I help young minds to express themselves, because I feel your voice is your identity.
True.
So I work on the expression, be it the spoken or the written one. For the spoken one, we call it, the initiative is known as the Voice Masters Club. And for the written part, when you pen down their stories, you become creative at writing. It is known as Young Authors Launchpad, where we help, support, guide young minds to pen down their stories and we get them published.
That's something crazy. I mean, nobody in the market is doing so. So where this idea came from actually?
So I'll start from my own childhood. So Charu, I'm a public speaking coach now, but I'm talking about my childhood. I was just the opposite. I used to hate the stage.
Really?
I was an introvert, a big time introvert. And believe me when I say this, I used to sit on the edge of the class, just the corner. And I used to hide my face. Oh God, ma'am, mujhse koi question na pooch le.
Sachi?
Imagine.
You don't give me that vibe at all.
So imagine, so I know the pain of somebody who sits in the corner. I know how it feels when you feel that your voice is not important. I know how it feels that if somebody asks you a question, you get nervous. So I've seen that with myself. I have realized that, when the teacher used to ask me a question, I used to have sweaty palms. I used to have wobbly legs, and I used to feel my forehead just turn up to be sweaty, and I used to feel, oh my God, it's better to faint now. Imagine.
And then, after that...
then magic happened.
And how did this magic happen?
So I'm very close to my dad, and he gave me something known as confianza.
Okay.
So it's a Spanish concept, and it means confidence to do anything in life.
Oh my God.
And with that confianza, and that was the best gift my dad gave me, everything changed. It was a 360-degree change in myself.
Oh my God.
And it all started from there. From an introvert to an extrovert, from a sideliner to somebody who's always on the stage. So that's how my journey started. And I know that pain, and especially with young minds, many a times I had the best of the answers. I had the best of the initiatives. I thought if given me a chance, I'll be the best one to express and share my ideas. But I never had that courage. Maybe I was in the perfection trap. What if I say something wrong?
Yeah.
What if I fumble on the stage?
True.
What about my friends? What are they going to think about
Say,
me?
yeah.
So that, judgmental trap. So I was just in that. And I have personally, lived this. So I know the pain points, how it is, and how important it is to start very early, owning the stage, speaking your mind, and understanding that, yes, my voice matters.
So, like, what is this magic that your dad gave you? I would like to share it with the audience if you can.
Confianza means the confidence that you can do everything. So that just when somebody just tells you, just go ahead. So suppose you train a small child for cycling, तो हम क्या करते हैं? उसको बोलते हैं मैं साथ में खड़ा हूँ, आप साइकिल चलाओ और पैडलिंग करो.
हाँ.
The moment the child starts balancing, and you say it again, I'm here, don't worry.
हाँ.
और वो क्या करता है, धीरे धीरे साइकिल चलाना शुरू कर देता है. बट उसको एक सपोर्ट होता है, बैक ऑफ द चाइल्ड्स माइंड, my parent or my friend is there to support me. It's just that. If somebody tells you, I trust you, I believe in you, मैं संभाल लूँगा. It's just that. It is so simple.
God, this is so sweet. I mean, it's a very, small thing, but when you see a child growing through that, it's a very big thing for them,
Absolutely. So I have seen children who, in the first session, they used to hide behind the curtain. And in a span of, say, 3 to 6 months, you see that child shining bright on the stage.
Oh my God.
So we've seen that transformation also. I tell you, every child is born as a star. It's the parent first and then the mentors to find out what is the child good at, what are the potentials, and also to find out what are the areas to work on. And that's our responsibility. So if you find out that the child is little hesitant or reluctant to speak, then we have to come into action.
Yeah. And I want to know, like, so far this looks like, a journey and everything good, all good and everything. But, might be some challenges, right, with these kids and then, of course, their parents. So, like, how do you deal with those challenges and, of course, what are they?
Charu, life is all about hills and valleys. If you talk about the challenges, तो पहाड़ जितने बड़े challenges हैं और थे भी. You're running the skill set school, right? That's the real skill set. Communication, public speaking. I call them the mandates of life. The survival skills. Because without these skills, you cannot survive. So maybe if you would prepare somebody for a job interview, I think the technical part is only 30 to 40%.
Yeah.
I repeat, the technical part is only
Just
30 to 40%. Rest 60% is how you present, how you communicate. Can you take over the meeting? Can you lead, any initiative? And that's important. So my biggest challenge was for the parents to understand कि ये कितना important है, this skill set. And it's not a secondary thing, it's the main thing. And as AI is taking over, we actually need to double the human skills. Human skills of making a connection, creating a bond, explaining our ideas, negotiations. ये सब AI नहीं कर सकता. We have to do it. And AI, make AI your assistant, but just work more on your human skills so that you are able to convince people, negotiate, persuade. ये बहुत important है.
I'll just add on one more thing to this is that the way you said, the challenge is with the parents, right? They feel like, वो कहते हैं ना पढ़ोगे लिखोगे तो बनोगे उस्ताद, ये उनको ना आई फील लाइक उनके बचपन से ना उनके अंदर डाल दिया
Conditioning.
गया है. द कंडीशनिंग हैज बीन लाइक दैट, एंड टुडे आई सी द वर्ल्ड वेयर डिग्रीज डोंट मैटर, इट्स जस्ट द स्किल्स, राइट? सो व्हाट डू यू वांट टू से अबाउट दैट?
Bang on. because I've seen a lot of young entrepreneurs. I've met people, who've been featured on Shark Tank. I have met so many young entrepreneurs. They've left their degrees. They've left their courses. It's a long list of people if we start talking about them. Because I've seen that spark has to be there inside you, A. B is expressions. If you have that spark, if you have that idea, you have to have that courage to share that idea with the world.
Yeah.
Because you have to convince people, you have to show them your work, you have to prove yourself. And the first thing how we start is talking about your idea.
Yeah.
You have to convince people that this idea has power. And I've seen millions, I don't have numbers, but I have seen so many new startups coming up. They've given up on their degrees, but they're doing so amazing. They are there in that billion club, you know. So all through this real skill set, the real mandate, that's communication and public speaking.
You know, there's one beautiful line that you said over here that was, you know, the spark has to be within, right? But when it comes to expressing, these both are, they go hand in hand, right?
Absolutely.
The spark and the expression. But then if I go back to the, you know, starting, you just said that having the right kind of parents and having the right kind of mentor is really important in all of these things. So because you deal with kids, right? You deal with all of these youngsters. I really want to understand what impact is it bringing? Like, do you have some examples to share, or you know, why do you feel like it is important? Because I feel like you know, if it takes really long period of time, you are you know, somewhere or the other dumping their voices. You know, it could come out in, you know, flying colors, or you know, it could come out so beautifully, but there was nobody for them.
So I think, thank you, Charu, for such a beautiful question. Now I'll relate this as the second challenge. Discover your voice. Now this challenge is with the kids, because वो जो spark है, वो जो ideas हैं, वो जो energy है, वो बाहर नहीं आती. Do you know why?
Why?
Because they don't trust their voices. क्योंकि उन्होंने कभी अपने ideas share ही नहीं करे होते. उनको लगता है क्या मेरे ideas की value है कि नहीं. So what we do with them is we start very small with maybe talking about emotions, talking about small stories, and then helping them to identify their own voice. So I remember there was a child in my class. So what he did, but the first time, it was a little challenging for him to open up, speak his heart out. And then one day we did this mirror exercise where he had to stand in front of the mirror and talk, look in his eyes and talk. That day, I saw tears in his eyes. He said, मैं ऐसा लगता हूँ. This is how I sound. And you know, that day, after that day, there was no looking back. He was so confident about himself, about his voice, about his ideas, about his expression. Everything changed. And from a zero to a hero, and now he's also given his TED talk. So imagine, I have goosebumps when I'm sharing this, because it's been a transformation for him. From somebody who could not express his ideas to somebody who is inspiring millions of others with his ideas, with his perception. Imagine.
It's crazy, you know. I would just like to request the audience on this, you know, the way you said, because these people don't trust their voices, you know. I'll request every parent to, you know, start or let them speak in, you know, smaller conversations of the house. It will create such an impact. Like, you'll see, if they'll have their opinions, you know, onto something from the start, they'll start trusting their voices.
Absolutely. So ज़रूरी नहीं है कि leaders adults ही होते हैं. So these are the leadership skills. Start some small table conversations while you're having dinner or just sitting together. Talk about something, whatever is happening in the world, about their opinion. So one thing which I really work hard on are the opinions. So अगर छोटी सी age में अगर हम बच्चों को सिखाए opinions कितने important है, and how do we build opinions? So I'll give you an example here. So with small kids, we start with something very small.
Okay.
So let me ask you. Okay. So Charu, do you like chips more or popcorns more? You have to give me 3 reasons. Tell me.
Oh my God, I like popcorns more.
Okay. But now you have to tell us, why do you like popcorns more?
You know, they give you that feel of sitting in the movie and, you know, having it like that. And they're healthy too. So one thing of that is that they're healthy. And then, I don't know, I just feel happy after eating them. So that's how you share opinions, you know?
Absolutely. So some of the kids, they say they are crunchy, they are munchy, some say they are buttery, they come in different flavors, they are healthy, and you can, you know, make popcorns at home also.
Yeah, it's easy.
And you know, popcorns, they normally relate to watching movies. So for them, it's like nostalgia. Wow, you're going to have a lot of fun. So see, with a small example, with a small thing, they start creating stories.
Yeah.
And then they connect, you know, we went for a movie together with the family, we started having having popcorns. It was so much fun. So from a small thing to something, they're creating their own narratives, their own stories. It is so beautiful. All we need is just give them a push.
Yeah.
Start a conversation which they enjoy.
And I'll just add over one thing to this is that, not even just talking about opinions or, something that is happening in the world. I feel like there's one thing missing, that we're not interacting with our own selves. So, sit on the tables with them and ask what's going on with you. They don't sit with themselves and, know what is going on inside them also sometimes. So the parents need to also push a little over there. And I feel like, they'll understand what their body, their mind, what is actually going in, inside them.
Absolutely. So with young kids, what we do in connection to what you just said is, there's something I did at the age of 40. All right. And that wasn't just life transforming experience for me.
Okay.
So I did a course that's known as self-discovery course. And it was beautiful. And in that course, we learned, I'm sure you must have heard about the SWOT analysis. Your strengths and areas to work on.
Yeah.
Normally, we don't use the word weakness. So your strengths and your areas to, work on. So what we do is we make it as an activity and an exercise for these young minds, especially the pre-teens and teens. So what we do then, we play a game. So on one side of the page, you have to just write, what are we good at? What are we good at? What do we love, enjoy doing? And on the other side, we make them write, what are the areas to work on? And imagine if you have this list in your hand, things you love doing, that's going to help you to choose your career,
Yeah.
to find out what are you passionate about, what do you actually want to do in your life, something that gives you energy, something that you enjoy, something that you don't feel hungry when you're doing it, like if it's your passion and purpose. B, we also come to know about areas to work on. Okay, maybe I'm not good at communication. Let me just try something. Or maybe I want to learn football. I want to become better at it. And we also help them and guide them कि अगर ये achieve करना है, ये goal achieve करना है, so let's start something small. Let's start with baby steps. Let's start with going to an academy, learning that skill and be good at it. तो बच्चे को बचपन से ही पता चल जाता है कि अगर कुछ सीखना है, this is the way out.
Yeah.
And if I'm good at something, let me polish that. Let me hone my skills and become an expert. बहुत जल्दी बचपन से ही.
It's so beautiful, you understand after a particular period of time you want to take it long term or not. And like the way you beautifully said, you did this self-discovery course at the age of 40. I'll tell you, when I deal with people in the training, and I just say them, you write I am and who you are, and I'll tell you they go blank. This is so much
I am sure.
missing.
This happened with me also. Before this self-discovery course, I'm telling you, magic happened after this course, and I realized, Charu, कि इससे पहले शायद मैं खुद को नहीं जानती थी. So there were so many layers which we unfolded during this exercise, and kudos to my mentor who helped me doing this. So
it's
Charu,
really
it's very important to be a lifelong learner. Because then you open up new pages in your life, you explore about yourself.
Yeah.
I think every 5 years we should do, something like this, because over a period of time you learn, you unlearn, and you move on.
Yeah. A lot of things change. So like the way you said, we put it into the kids that, if you want to learn a skill or if you want to do good at something, this is the way out. Same as that, you change after a particular period of time. So you need to know how to go back to yourself, how to do that self-discovery. And it's so important, I mean, I'm really glad that we've talked about this. I'll just move on to the next question that I have is, so what is the basic framework, or what is different that you're doing, although this is completely new in the market. I mean, I completely understand that it's a complete new industry, but there might be some sort of framework, some sort of steps that you might be using, or somebody who's just watching it or wants to get in touch or something of that sort of, or a parent, how will they understand what their child is going through, because I'll tell you one simple thing. I've heard in this your videos only that the parents say, I never knew my child could do this. It was like, oh my God, this is something crazy. I need to get into this.
So this is we follow a very beautiful 3-step formula. A 3-step framework, and which works really well.
Okay.
So it's proven. Like, I've been doing this since last 20 years, and that's what my experience is. So step number 1 is discover your voice. So
Okay.
in the first step, we help kids to discover their voice, starting very small, talking about things they love doing, things they love eating, maybe something very small, because food is something which is very close to everybody's heart.
Emotions, directly proportional to our emotions.
So it gives them a kick. You know what my favorite food
Food
is? And
is.
we start the journey with something they love. So
Uh-huh.
discover your voice. Maybe with a story, maybe with a book they love reading, maybe their favorite cartoon character. So when they start talking about things they like, they become confident. They find this safe space that somebody's listening to them. So first step is discover your voice. Small baby steps. We have some icebreaker rounds and we help the child to discover what you love, what you like. So they love opening up, talking about their best friends, their favorite food, their favorite cartoon character, their movie, and they're so excited. And then it's tough for us to stop the conversation.
Oh my God.
And it is so sweet, listening to their honest, unedited, unfiltered,
Filtered.
true
Oh
stories.
my
It's
God.
beautiful. Step number 2 is we help them structure their thoughts. So Charu, your creative writing also comes in.
Okay.
So when you remember when we were kids, we used to write a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? What I've realized and experienced, when you pen down your thoughts, the structure comes out to be
in,
better.
yeah.
Things are more organized. So when there are 5 steps in story writing and storytelling, there has to be an introduction, a beginning. We have the protagonist, we have a problem, and we have an ending. So we have to tell these 5 steps to the kid so that they structure. How do we start a conversation? And there has to be an ending also.
also.
और कहानी में twist तभी आता है अगर आप कोई hook लाओ, कोई
हाँ.
problem लाओ, and then you present it.
Present,
Okay?
yeah.
So I give a reasoning here. So it's so beautiful when you see an ECG. ECG ऊपर नीचे जाता है, that means we are alive.
Alive.
And if it is a flat line, it's dead. So likewise, conversation, maybe there has to be ups and downs so that the conversation is interesting. You have to be an interesting person and you have to be interested. So
Yeah.
both the things are so important. So when you bring these ups and downs, when you play with your voice, when you play with the emotions and you bring a twist in the conversation, वहीं पर मजा आता है. So structuring helps them. So once we
Yeah.
start doing it, it becomes a practice. So I say that confidence is a muscle. The more you
Yeah.
the more
Practice
you
it.
practice, the better you become. It's
Yeah.
just like that. Practice, 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 and the structure gets etched in your head. So every time you start a conversation, आपको पता है ऐसे start करेंगे, एक hook लाएंगे, and how do we close it? एक ending भी होना चाहिए, एक closure भी होना चाहिए.
True.
And this is the structure we follow with kids. We tell them that this is how it goes.
Uh-huh.
And this is a skill which stays with them throughout. So it's more like an asset for them.
That's so sweet. Because you've told me about how to write these stories, I would like to come to the writing section because you're an author as well and you let people write and you have another section. But I would just like to end this, speaking part on this note. I read this on your, I think, LinkedIn profile where you help people from, stage fear to being stage confident. Although you've talked about, the judgment part of it, the fears, and because you were there, you were in that boat. So, I really want to understand it from you. Maybe a short kind of a masterclass for anybody who's watching who wants to start their journey with public speaking, how they can proceed with that.
So the third rule, it says presentation. Own the stage. I know it's not easy. When I say own the stage, start with something very small. Look at yourself, talk about yourself. So we do something very important here is the elevator pitch.
Okay.
That is so important for everybody, for you, for me, for everybody listening to us. So what is the elevator pitch?
Yeah.
That is something very small. So suppose you meet somebody in an elevator, in the lift, and you exchange a smile and you have to introduce yourself to the other person in just 30 to 40 seconds.
Okay.
That's the base. That's the learning ground. Start small with the elevator pitch. Introduce yourself. Tell what you like, what you love doing. Talk about your hobbies, about what you do, and your passions. And everything starts from there. So you tell a child the 6 steps. Okay, start with your name, your school, your age, what you love doing, your favorite sport. And how do you love spending time? See, it's so simple.
Simple, yeah.
There's no rocket science in this. Just start talking. And I'm telling you, you just need somebody to handhold.
Yeah.
You need somebody to listen to your stories, and wherein we come into picture. So there's another skill which everybody forgets, becoming a good listener.
Oh, yeah.
So this message is for all the parents. Please start listening to your kids. That's very important because today they're sharing their stories. If you give them importance, if you listen to their stories, they're going to share their stories every day with you
Yeah.
without fail. But yes, alarming moment is if you close this window, if you don't listen to them, without getting distracted, tomorrow they will be little hesitant. They will not share their stories with you. And as a parenting coach, I feel like this is very important for the parents. Because you have to have an open heart. You have to keep your worries away, your gadgets away, and listen to your kids. Because when you start listening to them, they will also feel that, oh yes, there's somebody who believes in my stories,
Yeah.
somebody who trusts me. With somebody, I can share my heart out. So start doing these small practices, the elevator pitch, and for the parents, be a good listener. Start small. Prepare something small, what you love. So maybe your favorite food. Just talk about it, your favorite cuisine, share it with your friend, and see magic happening.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, even with the teenagers who have not speak so far, and the people those who are not good with speaking, if you just say them to speak about their favorite food, they'll shine out loud. And
I'll tell you my own experience. So whenever you ask kids, what's your favorite food? They'll say pizza or pasta, for example. And when my favorite question, why, comes up, why do you like it? You know the answer? It is always, my mama loves it. My daddy likes it. Imagine. So here we help them to have their own opinion.
Opinions,
Why do you
yeah.
like something? Find out. We make them sit. We make them think. And which is so important. Having your own opinion, your own mindset is so important. And why not start early? Why do we have to wait? Okay, I'll be in my 40s and I'm going to do this. We don't have to do this. Start early because instill these small actions, help them become leaders at an early age.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. So we've started working on trauma recently. And when I talk about where these traumas are coming from or where these thoughts are coming from, the reason is my parents used to say this. And, eliminating these things in the initial is so much important that you need to have your own thoughts, and it's just not into speaking or public speaking. I feel like personally also, if they'll start having their own opinions, they'll see life in a complete different manner, and maybe they'll build something that their parents or the lineage has not made so far. They'll do something of that
How
sort.
beautifully you've put it. I'm going to add something here very powerful. So, words. I work on words, right? Both the expressions, maybe it's verbal or written. Words are really powerful because words have the power to heal you. So we have to be very mindful when we are playing with words, especially for the parents. Don't tag your kids with negative words, with negative statement.
Yeah.
हम कभी-कभी कहते हैं ना, ये तो तुमसे हो ही नहीं पाएगा, तुम तो
Labels
कर ही
also.
नहीं पाओगे. These negative tags, these negative verbs, they get instilled in their minds. And I've met a lot of teenagers especially, जिनको बचपन में ये सब कहा गया था. तुम तो ये कर ही नहीं सकते, तुमसे तो हो ही नहीं पाएगा. एंड इमेजिन हम अपने बच्चों को ये नेगेटिव स्टेटमेंट्स देते हैं एंड क्या करते हैं, बच्चे ये ओन कर लेते हैं. एंड इट गेट्स इम्बाइब्ड इन दिस सबकॉन्शियस माइंड. मैं तो शायद ये कर ही नहीं पाऊंगा, मेरी मम्मा ने एक बार ही कहा था. सो इमेजिन. सो दिस इज अ मैसेज फॉर ऑल द पेरेंट्स. स्टार्ट यूजिंग पॉजिटिव वर्ड्स. Every word has a spell. You know that magic spell?
Yes.
Every word has a spell. So why not to use positive words with your kids, with your family, with everybody around you, and spread positivity?
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, I'll tell you this, you just said these things subconsciously are stored. Not everyone has this ability of fighting back to it, that because they said it, I'll do it. Not everyone has it somewhere or the other. And I feel like when your parents say it, the child feels like they're the person who know me like really well. So if they're saying it, this might be the
Absolutely.
case.
So I'll add something here, which I've recently read somewhere. I love following Virat Kohli. And he's known for something. He's known for his anger. anger was his biggest
Yes.
weakness,
Yeah.
and he has transformed anger into his biggest strength now.
Yeah.
And this is known as the Memba mentality.
Okay.
Have you heard about Memba mentality?
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you. So what is Memba mentality is your biggest weakness and you transform into your biggest strength. So anger was his weakness, Virat, and now he's worked on it. That anger, he worked a lot on it and he made it his strength. His strength to fight with his enemies. And that's the ball. And he transforms his energy, that anger, and he hits the ball, and it's always a winning score.
So how do you do this? Like what exactly, like what's the process to this?
Just work on that skill, that anger. Push all that anger into your passion. So Virat is passionate about cricket, so he has put all his energy into playing hard. He doesn't stop. I think he's known for his discipline, 365 days and no cheating, getting up at 4 a.m. So his aggression bringing into the game and then becoming so successful.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, the way you said weakness over here, it was his weakness. We usually say that, but when the way you said it's a spell, when you say something. So there was one section when you told us that they write their strengths and they write their abilities that they have to work
Areas
on.
to work on,
Areas to work on.
absolutely.
Oh my God. I am able to relate to every segment of
Wonderful,
it.
wonderful. And that's what everybody loves watching your podcast, especially because the skill set school is something like the new normal. Apart from the academics, apart from the scores, this skill is going to take you to the next level.
Definitely. I feel like there are so many courses out there. You don't know where to spend the money and all of those stuffs, whom to go for the guidance. And, this conversation creates that safe space, for them to reach out, to the people, to the right people. So let's say I come to this section of yours where you're right, you're an author, right? You've written so many books. And then you will let kids also write their own books. So like, first of all, how did this journey started for you? How did you become an author from a public speaking coach and all of those stuff? And then, these kids, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I can't tell you, like, these kids are getting confidence to write a book, which I'll tell you this, my dad used to say, writing a book is such a big thing. Oh my God. And I'm like, kids are doing this. Why
It is
can't
indeed
I?
very difficult, but we make it very simple.
Uh-huh.
So Charu, I would address this question with charity begins at home. So जो हमारे learning grounds है ना, हमें जो inspiration मिलती है ना, वो घर से ही मिलती है. So like I said, I'm a parenting coach. I had a lot of struggles with my own kids. As things are very different now, situations are different, circumstances are different. So should be the parenting method.
Yeah, the gap, the generational gap.
पर वो तो कोई बात ही नहीं करता, कोई सिखाता ही नहीं है कि कैसे रेज करना है आज के जनरेशन के बच्चों को.
True.
So I had a lot of hurdles, while I was raising my kids, because we had 3 generations living together under one roof. Somebody loved the old school things, the old rules, maybe the food, the traditional food, and this new generation, they loves all the junk, all the street food, pizzas, pastas, and whatnot. And we, as the middle-aged ones, we were more like a sandwich.
True. My mom says the same thing.
So I did an intensive research of how do I balance and what's the new normal? How should I raise my kids as confident, as ready for the market, job ready. Ready for the market means job ready, so that they can fight, they can face, and they can also flavor failure in life. क्योंकि हम सब यही बात करते हैं ना, बड़े होके क्या बनना है? सक्सेसफुल. तो क्या उस सक्सेसफुल की डेफिनेशन कोई बताता है? ए, बी, क्यों हम अपने बच्चों को इतना प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं कि वो फेलियर को वो गिर ही ना पाए, वो एक्सपीरियंस ही ना कर पाए. और पता है सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज, जब वो गिर जाते हैं तो वो उठ नहीं पाते हैं.
They feel like life has ended.
Absolutely.
They're so scared of failing.
And that is why, that inspired me to write a book about parenting. My first book, Conscious Parenting. And yes, I've got a copy for you also.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
So this is my first book, Conscious Parenting, Nurturing Hearts and Shaping Futures. So I think you should definitely read it. And this is all about modern day parenting. जितने challenges हमारे पास आते हैं parenting के लिए, so I've penned down all of that. The new theories which we should follow, become friends with parents, becoming friends with kids, drawing a line. Because yes, sometimes you have to tell them, you have to draw a line. Yes, I'm your parent. I know, I've experienced, so please follow this. And sometimes giving that platform to them. Yes, bacha, what do you want? Let me listen to your ideas, and trusting their ideas also. So it's an amalgamation of both, which is so very important today. Again, and then after this, what happened is my young teenagers, both of my kids, they grew up. They had different sets of challenges in their lives, different sets of problems. Because मैंने mention करा failure के बारे में. जब दिल टूट जाता है, जब कहीं हार जाते हैं, जब कभी गिर जाते हैं, कभी अच्छा नहीं स्कोर करा तो क्या करते हैं? हम ना बच्चों को कभी इसके लिए प्रिपेयर ही नहीं करते हैं. अगर ये नहीं हुआ तो क्या करना है?
हाँ.
How do we accept it, and how do we take failure as a stepping stone to success?
Success, yeah.
So then, to encourage my own kids, I came up with my second book, that's 7 True Tales of Triumph.
Oh.
So now this book is very close to my heart because this has 7 true tales of triumph, यानी कि 7 लोगों की कहानी, the real tales, the real stories of 7 real people. So these 7 people in the story, in this book, they have 7 beautiful stories to give you a message. क्योंकि उन सबकी लाइफ में कुछ कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स थी. So the connecting chord in this book is grit, resilience, bounce back. Dust your knees and stand up and say, yes, I can do it.
Yeah.
Coming back to life, गिर के हारने से कुछ नहीं होगा. गिर के खड़ा ही होकर, dusting your knees and trying again. That is something I wanted to give, these young minds a message ki yes. And if these 7 people could do it, you can also do it.
Yeah.
So Charu, इसमें एक बहुत beautiful stories है. I'll just share the first story with you. It's about a girl who did her Everest base camp at the age of 12. Yes, you heard it right.
Really? Okay.
हम कहते हैं journey कितनी difficult होती है, but this girl taught me that the journey is more important than the destination. How beautifully at the age of 12 she did her Everest base camp. और सोचो कितनी बड़ी बड़ी problems होंगी वहाँ पर. So she told me on her journey, temperature इतना different होता था, इतना cold होता था वहाँ पर कि जो वो food carry करते थे वो पत्थर जैसे hard हो जाते थे. She told me जो sandwich खाना होता था ना वो पत्थर जैसा rock solid इतना strong हो जाता था. It wasn't an easy journey, but she said during the journey what she learned, what she explored, she made some new connections, some new friends. That was so beautiful.
Yeah.
So this one is for you again. 7 True Tales of
you
Triumph.
so much.
7 real stories of 7 beautiful people. And coincidentally, these are all females.
Yeah, I'm just watching and we just passed Women's Day. So I'm like, oh my God, this is so special. Also, I just have a quick question. Like, now this might sound a little stupid also, but why 7?
I think sometimes it's God's plan. A, and 7 is my number, my favorable number, which is my lucky number too. And it's just a coincidence. And the second coincidence is all young females.
Yeah, I'm just watching that and it's so beautiful. Like I can't stop admiring, and I can't stop admiring you too because you look so young in this.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to reveal now something very beautiful here.
Please.
Is yesterday only we've put a teaser on Instagram that yes, we are coming up with the second volume of this book, 7 True Tales of Triumph, Volume 2, wherein we are featuring 7 very powerful females again,
Oh my God.
young adults who are going to share their stories and inspire so many of you sitting out there.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I mean, genuinely from my heart, you're doing such an amazing work. You just, when you came, you just started appreciating me, and now I can't stop appreciating you. I'm like, this is so beautiful. This was so much needed. And, like this conscious parenting, oh my God, this is going to be a game changer. I'm pretty sure about it. And, moving ahead to this next question that I have, you guys got featured to TEDx, you guys got featured to Forbes, and now you're doing TED also for these students. But how come all of this happened?
So Forbes, to be very honest, that was like a pinch me moment. We were not expecting that. But I've realized that hard work pays you off.
Yeah.
And we feel that, people are not watching us. People do watch your hard work because with what intention you're working, everybody's watching you. So I still remember, and this initiative is very close to my heart because for the first time I took up a very big challenge. We came up with an initiative known as Mic for Mother Earth.
Oh.
That means every child has to come up on the stage and talk about how can we help Mother Earth, planet Earth, the place where we all are living. और ऐसा ज़रूरी क्यों है कि ये सारे initiatives हम बड़े होकर लें, जब हम एक CEO या CFO या कुछ बड़ी पोस्ट पर आ जाए, why then? Why not we sow these seeds early in the young minds and help them कि वो अभी से इस पे काम करना स्टार्ट कर दें.
True.
So this initiative was the most challenging initiative, amongst whatever I've done till now, because we had these young speakers as young as 3 years and 4 years, and believe me, Charu, unko samjhana about planet Earth and how can we take care of our planet. And I had goosebumps when these small kids came to me and they said, क्या हम भी कुछ contribute कर सकते हैं? And when they asked me, क्या हम भी कुछ contribute कर सकते हैं? That was like an aha moment for me. तो मुझे लगा, yes, आप लोग ही करोगे for this planet Earth. Because now you are the torch bearers. We have to give these baton to these young minds so that they start thinking early as 3 and 4 and take care of planet Earth. And believe me, Charu, इतने छोटे बच्चे अगर एक स्पीच दे रहे हैं, if they're talking about planet Earth, ways to help planet Earth, I am sure कि शायद 10% or 20% is going to retain here.
Yeah.
As simple as saving the water which is there in their water bottle and giving it to the plants.
True.
Or maybe switching off the light bulb before moving out of the room. How cool is that? And yes, they are actually doing this.
They would feel so much good, I'll tell you. They'll feel that they've done something. They'll be proud of themselves, and then they'll have so much of confidence in them.
And then, you see people coming forward to help your initiative, people coming forward to support your initiative. And I still remember, and I'm so grateful to Mr. Huda, who is the Dean of Bharatiya Vidyapeeth College, and he supported this initiative. He invited all of us wholeheartedly to his college, gave us the auditorium where all these young minds, they spoke. And this time for this initiative, we gave them a very small, token of love, and that was a green initiative. That was a green planter. So everybody took that planter, they pasted their names on that, and they nurtured that plant.
That's so nice. I mean, every moment that you're saying is getting an aha moment for me. I can't tell you. And this was so beautiful. One takeaway that I'm taking away from this conversation is that you said, they don't have to be so big. They don't have to become a CFO or CEO, to do these things. It is so much in our minds, or it is so much in our conditioning that, when you get a good job or when you are at a good particular position, then only you can do this, then only you can do that. And it's so beautiful.
These are all barriers in our mind. Start early. And you see so many kids, so many young kids creating these world records these days.
Definitely.
And probably we should learn something from them.
Yeah.
And these small initiatives, the whole idea, Charu, about Forbes, I'm going to just say that start believing in yourself. Start trusting your steps, maybe one small step, because I've started believing that every drop counts. Every step you make, people are noticing you. And yes, and this is how we came to Forbes. and when we talk about Forbes, I still feel like blushing because I don't know, it was a really, really sweet moment which is very close to my heart.
No, I feel like it was meant for you.
Thank you so much when you say this. And I feel like, yes, we've earned it.
Yeah, you've earned it, definitely, because this is something really crazy, and I am pretty sure that this is going to make so much of impact. I would like to end the conversation with some sort of limiting beliefs that you would like to talk, because you've dealt with these kids, and I'm pretty sure that they come up with such creative ideas that we people, we can't even think of. The reason I said that we should let them speak on the tables, on the dinner table, is because sometimes you don't think that way, and the kid is very small. They don't know what's right or what's wrong, right? This can happen or this cannot happen, but they give you such crazy ideas that when you implement it, you were like, oh, this could also happen. So, like, I would like you to break some of the limiting beliefs out there, please.
Such a beautiful question, because I feel like we all have these limiting beliefs in our minds.
Yeah.
Either our parents, they tell us, or we've heard it somewhere, or maybe we've watched in some movies or something. Like I said, we all are lifelong learners. Learn, upskill, join the skill set school, and go on to this beautiful adventurous journey. So
Yeah.
learning is very important. Having the right sets of mentors is very important. I'm very lucky that phase. I'm very lucky and grateful the kind of mentors I have in my life, because they have changed my perceptions. They have changed my limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
From somebody who was always behind the curtains to somebody who loves holding the mic, and somebody who's giving the mics to the next generation to share their ideas with the world.
Yeah.
How did it all happen? Conditioning. We changed the conditioning.
Yeah.
We changed our perceptions and we've broken them. So I'll give you a small example. So suppose अगर आपने कभी कहीं invest करा हो and it failed,
Yeah.
नहीं हुआ growth, the money came to be zero, क्या आप दोबारा उस जगह पे invest करोगे?
Depends.
नहीं करोगे. आई फील नहीं करोगे क्योंकि कंडीशनिंग हो गई. हमने एक बार एक्सपीरियंस कर लिया तो शायद ठीक नहीं है. बट इफ यू गेट द प्रॉपर गाइडेंस, इफ समबडी टेल्स यू द राइट वे ऑफ डूइंग एंड इन्वेस्टिंग, आई थिंक दैट विल चेंज योर माइंडसेट. सिमिलरली इन द केस ऑफ रियल लाइफ, हमारे जो लिमिटिंग बिलीव्स होते हैं, परसेप्शंस होते हैं, प्ले विद देम. Listen to a thought leader, listen to some podcast, listen to some people, or read something that's gonna change your mind.
Yeah.
Have real mentors in your life, because हर कोच को एक कोच की जरूरत होती है. So let's take the example of Shah Rukh Khan. The biggest director, the King Khan, but he still has a coach in life.
Yeah.
Any idea why?
Because
a coach looks from a third dimension.
Yeah.
He looks from a third angle, and a coach, before he becomes a coach, he has failed 100 times.
True.
And that is so important, and that is why I'm so proud, when I'm sharing my journey with you, that yes, I was one who used to hide, behind, and I'm the same one who loves coming forward and sharing my ideas. So somebody had to be there, somebody has to hold your hand, somebody has to trust your ideas, and you have to have that mindset, yes, I can do it, my voice matters. So start with that belief, that self-belief. I can do it. And the mirror talk, the mirror technique, while brushing, talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Have that positive self-talk. I think that's very powerful, and that helped me a lot. And I do it till date.
Hey, it's so good to start off your day like that, watching yourself, talking to yourself, what is going on in your mind. And like the way you said, it's so important to learn. I really understood it's so important to unlearn also at times.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. And that's a new normal. समझ नहीं आता लोगों को unlearn क्यों करना है और क्या करना है. The old habits, the old systems, the old beliefs which are not valid today,
Yeah.
which don't stand today, तो उनको भूलना पड़ेगा. पहले ना कभी गिरते थे, चोट लगती थी ना, तो बोलते थे कि गरम सेक करो. और अभी क्या बोलते हैं? आइस पैक लगाओ. So things are changing, science is changing, our mindsets are changing. Why not we? हमें भी change होना पड़ेगा with the new normal and move ahead.
Yeah. This is so beautiful. Like, this whole conversation is giving me a circle moment. I would like to end it on a rapid fire note. So we do play that. But before I, ask you these quick questions,
Okay.
I would give you the mic, in case if there's anything that you had in your mind that, this is what I want to say in the podcast, or we left over any missing pointer that you would like to share with the audience.
So yesterday was Women's Day, and I had the privilege to talk about it. And today again I've got this mic, so I'm so grateful. I'm going to say something to everybody listening to us. It says, love a little more, hate a little less, have bigger goals, have bigger targets, and put your heart out there and work for it. Nothing is impossible, because impossible also says I am possible. So whatever is there on your mind, please write it down. And trust me, when you write it down, it gets into the muscle memory. Just work hard for it and see magic happening in your life, because I have seen the magic happening in my life. I have experienced it, be it Forbes, be it the TED stage, be it become a coach for training kids for TED. So, it says that first I used to have this tagline of express to impress, but now I say express to influence.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so powerful, Charu,
Powerful,
when you
yeah.
tell these small kids that yes, they can influence
Influence,
millions of others. And TED is probably that stage where they can come forward and then they can share their ideas, their perceptions, and inspire, encourage, and motivate millions of others. And how
Yeah.
powerful is that if you can do that?
Definitely, it gives me goosebumps now. All right, a quick rapid fire round will be one more aha moment of your life, except Forbes, huh?
Okay, so recently, I'm an author coach. I help kids, especially young kids, to pen down their stories and we get them published.
Yeah.
So, getting the books published is not the end goal. That's the beginning of the new journey.
Okay.
The new journey is celebrating those books,
Oh.
giving them the right platform to celebrate, to talk about their stories, their journeys with everybody. So, what we do is after the books get published, we do a book launch where we give a stage to every child to share their journeys, how it all started, what was the biggest challenge, who's the protagonist in your story, why this story, why this particular genre. So, this year has been really lucky for me because this year we went to Goa Book Festival.
Okay.
We were invited by NBT and our kids were given a stage. Young Authors Launchpad was given a stage in Goa to share their stories. All right. So we went there. I think we had 8 young minds, 8 young published authors to go to Goa and share their stories. And the best part and the most beautiful part, Charu, there was all my young kids were felicitated by the governor there. That was like an aha moment for me, a nerve-wracking moment for me. And I felt like, oh my God, magic happens. And that was the moment I felt like, oh wow, dreams do become a reality.
Yeah.
Like a mother, how proud you feel when your kid gets something. And that was the moment for me when all 8 of my young authors, they got that stage. They were felicitated, from the honorable governor. And, the icing on the cake, they were all featured in the Goa Times there, in the newspaper Times of India.
Oh my God.
And believe me, the youngest author amongst them was just a 7-year-old child. Let me just complete this. The 7-year-old child talked about his 3rd book there. His name is Kian Singhal. He's from Delhi. And at the age of 7, he was talking about his 3rd book to the governor there.
Oh my God.
All we need is trust these young voices. And I'm telling you, some people say sky is the limit. I'm going to say there is no limit.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I mean, this line is so much powerful that there's no limit to it. I mean, sky is also not the limit. It's like wherever you want to shine. Also, after knowing that these kids are writing these, so I still remember as a kid, I had my diary and I used to always say, one day, once I become something, I'll write a book upon this and that. Now I'm feeling, oh God, I'm so left behind. I should have written it, but I'm connected to you and I'll write a book.
Definitely. I would love to support you. Just write 1 page every day. And like I said, we all need somebody to hold our hand. We need a coach. We need a mentor to give us the direction.
Yeah. That's very important, having coach and mentors. They see from a third angle the way you said
Absolutely.
it, right?
Because
Now-
they have failed so many times. For my first book, I took 5 years to complete it. So I know all the pain points. I know how we have to take this journey forward.
Yeah. I mean, I can have a different podcast with you, how to write a book on that also. So I would love to welcome you back. The second rapid fire question that I would like to have is, which song are you connected to the most?
So I love this song, Believer.
Uh-huh.
And this just, this song has elevated my mindset at different low points in my life, and this is very close to my heart, and I
Mm-hmm.
love this song. So every time, these kids come to me and we play a game, maybe, passing the parcel or something,
Uh-huh.
I always play this song,
Oh my
Believer.
God, this is so nice. I mean, the song itself has that vibe, and the name itself is giving me,
Absolutely.
to believe yourself. Like whatever you say, it's directly proportional to the energy and the aura that you have. All right. The next question will be, because your kids have written so many books, and you are also an author. You've written, but which was that one book that you would recommend everyone to read that you read and maybe changed your life as well?
I think this question is actually touching my heart again, because there's one pretty doll, there's one little girl, her name is Ayat Suri,
Uh-huh.
and it was a little challenging journey with her, from getting that courage to talk, open up, and then becoming a published author. So she wanted to inspire everybody
Okay.
through her obsession. That is, she was obsessed with Taylor Swift.
Oh.
So at the age of 9, she's written this beautiful book about Taylor Swift.
Uh-huh.
It's a self-help book.
Uh-huh.
It has just 6 beautiful chapters wherein she's talking about what to learn from her journey.
Uh-huh.
So, normally, Charu, so we just don't talk about the journey. We just talk about, so and so person is so famous.
Yeah, what they've
Is
done.
so successful. But we don't take up the learnings from there.
Yeah.
So this girl, who's written a book about Taylor Swift, 10 lessons she's learned from her Taylor Swift's life, was a very different moment for me. At that aha moment that yes, these young minds are teaching me that, I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift. I love her, and what I love her for is her journey. Because Taylor Swift never gave up.
Uh-huh.
She practiced every day. Imagine if these young minds at such a tender age, if they learn that yes, if you want to be successful, if you have a bigger goal and they know how to achieve it, imagine. I learned it so late in my life, and these young minds, they're talking about in such beautiful way, in tiny little colorful stories.
Yeah.
And in this story, this girl, she loves painting, and the first book that had a cover painted by a child.
Oh my God, I'm definitely gonna buy this.
And
book.
I'm going to share the link of this book here in the
Definitely.
channel so that people can buy this book about Taylor Swift, 10 lessons I've learned from Taylor Swift. They should definitely read this book.
That's so great. I mean, so yeah, that's all. That's all we had for the day. It was a lovely, conversation with you. I hope people will be taking a lot of things from this podcast, and they'll have fun. They'll see these kids and, remove their limiting beliefs for sure. Because, when you see these people, you're like, oh my God, if they can do it, how can I not do it?
So yes, Charu, I am with you in this journey, and let's get started very soon writing your book. Writing this writing a book about what you're doing. So I tell you, these books, they are the new visiting cards. Before you start talking, your book tells the world what you are all about. What's your niche? They talk about you as a subject matter expert of what?
Definitely, they tell you who you are.
Absolutely.
And without even saying a word, that's how you do it. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to write a book now. I'm really excited to do that. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for joining. And, I hope you guys had fun. You guys got the energy, got the vibe, and you guys are definitely writing a book too with me.
Thank you so much, Thank you so much, Charu. It was such a beautiful conversation, a heartfelt conversation where it was like so candid and it actually came from my heart. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining in. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.